Welcome to the first annual TryLine Season Awards. This will be our award show for the year. We'll pick our team of the year and also the TryLine Player of the Year. It's the most coveted award in sports today, and it's in the NRL, and it's on our show. So you're very welcome with that. I'm your host, Bo. Here's my co-host, Denny.
Hello all, how are you?
Before we get into the awards, and the awards will be at the top of the show, but something of great significance happened this weekend. The mighty South Sydney Rabbitohs bundled out. They knocked out the poor Parramatta Eels. I want to give you some time at the top of the show. What happened? What went wrong, mate?
Rightio. I'm not really going to talk about the game because the game is a crap game, to be honest. I'm just going to talk about the Parramatta Eels, right? Alrighty, the Eels in the last 20 years, besides 2001, so the turn of the century, they've done nothing, right? They made a grand final in 2009, but they finished 8th on the ladder, and it was on the back of a really good postseason, from Jared Hayne. Other than that, Parramatta have been pretty hopeless. All right, since 2012, we've won 3 wooden spoons, 2012, 13, and 18. Righty, so that's just the tip of the spear, mate. Alrighty, in the last 20 premiership seasons, all right, 12 teams have won it all, right? There's 4 teams that haven't. It's been the Titans. They came into the comp in 2007, so they're fairly new. The Warriors, they came into the comp in 1995, so again, they're pretty new as well. The Raiders, who made last year's grand final and arguably could have won.
Yeah.
And then they're pretty much one win away from the grand final again this year. And then you got Parramatta, right? Okay, so we know the Titans. All right, I've done a bit of research on this as well. I've got some numbers to back me up here. All right, the Titans, they came into the comp in 2007. You'd think that they would have less wins than an already established team like the Parramatta Eels, who have been around since 1947, I think it was.
Yeah, something like that.
You'd be wrong. The bloody what's their name? The Gold Coast Titans have won more games in the last 13 years than Parramatta. They've won 134 games. Parramatta have only won 133.
There it
I've
is.
done the research. The Titans, they've had a pretty bad couple seasons. Well, they've had a bad kind of start to their career, really.
Yeah.
Their existence, exactly. But Parramatta have had a worse 13 years in that time. But yeah, we finished top 4 this season, but it means absolutely nothing when you give up a 12-point lead in the first week of the finals. You give up a 12-point lead, right? And then the next week, you give up a 10-point lead. And some of those tries that the Bunnies scored were soft as, like that first one. Who scored that first one? Jackson Paulo. Like, George Jennings, what are you doing, mate? Stay on your winger.
I gotta tell you, that was fantastic. I know how much that hurts you to say, and I was poking the bear a little bit all weekend. I saw you on the weekend, and I had the glory playing and everything, and I know it burns you, but geez, they've been disappointing, and they've got really no excuse. They've got one of the biggest junior bases in Australia. They're one of the strongest junior clubs in Australia, probably in the world then, because we're the rugby league nation. So there's no excuse for them not to be successful, and it's good to hear a Power fan just give it to them, because you should be upset, you should be angry, you should be having success, and he's aren't, and it's not a personnel problem, it's something else. I think he's have the players. So anyway,
We definitely have the players.
that was good. Good on ya. Let's get into the awards.
Get rid of Kane Evans. Brad Arthur, if you're watching this, no more Kane Evans. He's already gone, isn't he?
All right. There's more chance of Kane Evans getting the sack than Brad Alford ever seeing this footage, but all good. All right, the results are in. We got the results here. The team of the year, the most coveted awards. We know that everyone wants to be in this team. Daily M, no one cares about it. The Oscars, what are they? The Emmys. What's an Emmy, please? It's the TryLine Awards. All right, we're going to start with fullback of the year. The fullback of the year for 2020 is Ryan Pappenhausen. There we go. There's your fullback of the year, boys. Let us know who your fullback of the year is. We've picked Pappenhausen. Who you got?
Ryan Pappenhausen. Alrighty. We're moving on to the winger of the year. Alrighty. David Norfoluma.
Bang. Bang. We just keep rolling out the hits here.
We do.
So,
we do.
fullback, Ryan Pappenhausen. Winger, David Norfoluma. Let's go to the centre of the year. Plays for the Penrith Panthers. It's Stephen Crichton. Thanks for coming, Stephen Crichton. Rookie and centre of the year.
Yeah, really good year, really good year. And at 5'8", Jack Whiten.
Probably been, if we had finals MVP in our in the NRL, I think Jack Whiten would be a chance for winning that this year already. He's been very good in those first 2 games. Halfback of the year, I think this is the most obvious award out of all of them. It's the one that we probably agreed on the most, and that is... It's Nathan Cleary.
Good year from him. Good year.
Great year.
Yeah, anyway, moving on. At prop, we have Big Papa, Josh Papali.
Hell yeah. Mostly because we're scared he'll come and hunt us down if we don't give him the award. But he's been outstanding. Back rower of the year. This could have gone to a couple of players, but we landed on Viliami Kikau. Take that one to the bank.
Yeah, mate. Another good play. Another good year. Anyway, on to the back rower. Another Panthers player. Would you believe it? Isaiah Yeo.
Well, they did only lose 1 game all year, so it is a very Panthers-dominated side, and that doesn't stop at hooker of the year, because the hooker of the year is Appy Coruscant.
Very nice. Good pickup in Dream Team if you had him at the beginning of the year.
Me?
Anyway, you.
I had him from day dot.
Well, good on you, mate. Anyway, going on to the captain of the year from the Parramatta Eels, King Gutho. Unfortunate end to the season.
I felt so bad for him the other night. I think he was the best player on the park. Him and Damien Cook. Damien Cook was really good, but Clint Gutherson, man, he tries his heart out every week. Coach of the year, this could have gone to a couple of coaches as well, but we thought just the work that he had done with the Titans, we chose Justin Holbrook. Good pick, I think.
Yeah, very nice, very good.
Gentleman's clap.
What he did with at the back end of the season, kudos to him. But anyway, moving on to the top award, probably in the entire world.
Yeah.
In sports,
definitely at the moment.
100%. We have the TryLine Player of the Year, and that goes to Nathan Cleary.
Oh, please. It couldn't be anyone else. He was outstanding. Yeah. And he might even lead the Panthers to their first premiership in 17 years. So, wait to see what happens there. All right, let's get into the games. That's the team of the year. Let us know your team of the year. Comment below if it's different to us. That's all the better. It's just our opinion, so let us know. All right, first game. I was there on Friday night. Raiders and Roosters. It was such a good game to watch live. The Raiders end up beating the Roosters in this one 22-18. A fantastic game of footy. And the Raiders get their revenge on the defending premiers. They just started so fast. Josh Papali was outstanding, and they tore him up the middle early.
Yeah, definitely. The Raiders definitely did start well, running up the score, pretty early. What was it, like 16-0 after 22 minutes, something like that. That try from Tarpany, awesome. But before the game, there was people saying that it was going to be a battle between Josh Papali and Jared Hargraves, but this was not even close. It was no contest. No. Josh Papali a head and shoulders above all the forwards on the park, apart from Joe Tarpany. Bloody Jared Hargraves, he didn't even finish the game.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I think
he got hooked.
Papali's the best prop in the game at the moment, for sure. But
100%.
Credit to the Roosters. They fought their way back, and as they did against the Panthers, they fought their way back in the second half and probably had a shot to maybe win the game there. And they're a championship team. What they've done in the last 3 years cannot be understated. They've been fantastic. but their run had to come to an end at some time, and the Raiders get their revenge. What do you think next week? Huge prelim. Raiders and Storm, repeat of last year.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what all happens. I mean, a rested Storm team.
Could go either way.
Time
That's
will
what
tell.
I was saying this week. There's 4 teams left, and I think it's the first year where all 4 teams can beat each other on their day, which is just
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
good footy. So anyway, how was the women's matches this week, mate?
Yeah, righty. Saturday we've got the NRLW. So the first game was the Roosters versus the Warriors. The Roosters too good for the Warriors. Ended up beating them 22-12. Roosters improved to 2-0. Pretty much dominated the Warriors the entire game. The Warriors just got a two quick tries at the end there in the 58th and 59th minutes. So
Yeah,
I mean, looking good for the Roosters.
I think the Roosters. The 2 best teams will play in the grand final. The Roosters, Broncos. They've been head and shoulders above everyone. Um, they were way too good for the Warriors. Like you said, they run in 2 tries with a minute to go, and the game's over by then. So
Yeah, pretty much. They
it's
just had
Roosters and
a couple
Broncos.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a couple minutes where they'd like to forget. Anyway, the second game, the Dragons versus the Broncos. The Broncos came away with 2 points in this one, winning 18-4. That takes what were the premiership favourites at the start of the season to 0-2 now. And the Broncos, they're looking like they might win it all again.
Yeah, I just think because the season's so short, the Roosters players they brought in a lot of great players. Not the Roosters, the Dragons brought in a lot of great players, but they haven't had enough time to play together. And there was one play on the weekend that tackle was just the hip drop tackle. That was
Oh,
disgraceful, man.
bloody the hair pull.
In
Jesus.
I thought in the NRL, that's a sin bin. That's a sin bin. The hair pull into a
Yeah.
hip drop. It got nothing. It didn't get. She didn't get put in the bin, so I thought that was a bit strange. But what the women's game's growing, and I think we all owe it to as rugby league fans to try and check out the games and try and support the product because a healthy women's game is only good for NRL anyway. So check it out, and I think it's good. I think it's good watching. Anyway, you said your piece on the Rabbitohs Eels. The Rabbitohs 34, Eels 24. The Eels started thick and fast on the back of Clint Gutherson, and I think they were having some success around Adam Reynolds early. Like they had Adam Reynolds worried with Sean Lane. They were finding some space in and on the inside and on the outside of him, but then they just went away from it. They went away from what was working for them, and everyone in the comp knows by now if you give South a sniff, they can score points in bunches and they can run up a score. So, and that's what happened here. It wasn't on the back of Cody Walker this week. It was on the back of Damien Cook, who was outstanding. He had himself a game, and the Rabbitohs move on. And Jesus, if they get a chance against anyone, they can put on 24 points in 20 minutes, easy, and they do it regularly. So they're one to look out for. Any closing comments on that game?
No.
You declined to answer.
Oh, man. No.
No. All I got to say.
No more.
Last thing for the Eels season. Glory to South Sydney. That's what I got to say. All right. That's it for this week, guys. Check us out on Thursday. We'll give you our preliminary finals previews. That'll be just 2 massive games coming up. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube at TryLine YT, on Facebook at TryLine YT, on Instagram at TryLine Podcast. We're everywhere. Check us out. It's going to be a good time. Can't wait. Enjoy your dinner, guys.